Hello and welcome to the fifth and final part of Is Your CPA Firm Secure Enough? Today we will discuss how to recover from a breach. I'm Bill Osolinski, a certified information systems security professional with 30 years of experience managing IT systems for CPA firms in the Capital District. The first step is to identify the responsible parties. This isn't what you think. By responsible parties, I mean the persons who will be responsible for managing the breach. One must be technical, and they are responsible for verifying the breach, containing the breach, bringing systems back to normal, and documenting the process. And the other is from management, who is going to be responsible for making important decisions regarding the impact to the organization, which containment plan to approve, and who else needs to be informed. Once we've identified the responsible parties, the technical person will be assigned the task of verifying whether or not the breach occurred. Breaches are identified by the following clues: unusual login activity, unusual file changes and database manipulation, the appearance of suspicious or unknown files, locked accounts and changed user credentials, missing funds or assets such as intellectual property or sensitive data, abnormal admin activity, and reduced internet speed. Once we have verified that the breach actually did happen, the next step is to report the breach to management. Manager is responsible for making the following important decisions. How much does the breach impact the organization? Which containment plan should we follow? And who else needs to be notified? Once management has approved a breach containment plan, the following general steps must be performed. Isolate the threat, reset passwords, enable multi-factor authentication, and preserve evidence. Once the breach has been contained, we can go about returning the systems to normal. The first step, and most important step, is to verify the security controls are in place and functioning properly so that there will be no further disruptions. Then we can go about restoring data from backup and reinstalling programs if necessary. And lastly, we will continue monitoring for suspicious activity. Once systems have been returned to normal, we can go about documenting the breach. Things included in the documentation are: who verified the breach? How was the breach contained? What steps were taken to return systems to normal? Where did the attack come from? And what weaknesses allowed the breach to happen? Depending on the damage to the operation and what type of information was exposed, we may need to notify third parties, such as legal counsel, law enforcement, the Internal Revenue Service, state's attorney general, insurance company, and even clients. The last step is for management to review the process. What gaps existed in our controls, and how do we go about fixing them? And what gaps existed in our incident response process, and how to go about fixing them as well. This step will prevent future breaches. Thank you.